My camera decided to die today. That's just what I wanted. Hi guys, how are we doing? I hope you're all well. My camera just decided to die, which was not ideal. We're back at this setup for a little bit while I sort out that setup. I'm not too sure what's going on with it. I need to do some tinkering. But how are we all doing? I hope everyone is doing well and everyone is in a good mood. It's Friday. It's that kind of chill out kind of vibe tonight. We've got stuff to talk about which we went through. We have a keeper. We have an injury to a keeper. Let's not really go there because it's the Wednesday way in it. You get a keeper that looks amazing. He's great. He's done really well. And then it goes a bit peaked on. Hey, Barry, how you doing, mate? But there's a lot of people who are playing the, oh, he's not actually injured. He's actually okay kind of thing. Like, no, he's actually injured. If you actually look at the game versus Bolton and you look at the game also versus Stoke, he lands funny. Yeah, put your mental health check in. Inner DJ just said, I will go with a solid 5. I'm okay, but I could have a verve where I'm not okay at the same time. It's been a busy week. It's finally winding down to the end of the summer holidays, which is so nice. Like at the first signing, only about 12 more to go. Yeah. Technically, not the first signing though, is he, Barry? If you think about it, Baz is technically our first signing because he was out of contract. If you go legitimately, Barry goes down as a fresh new signing, even if he'd been here already. He was a free agent. He wasn't on our books. So technically, Baz is the first signing, and then it's Ethan. But yeah, we take Ethan. Good luck to him. There've been so many people writing him off already, saying, "Oh, he's this, he's that. Oh, this ain't gonna work. It's not great." And I say to that, just back him and see what happens. Yes, I've seen what Forest fans have said. I've seen what Luton fans have said. I've seen what Cardiff City fans have said. At the end of the day, we can't be trying to go at people who are coming in to do a job. We don't have the resources or the leg room to be putting our nose up at anyone. If someone's willing to come and battle and do the job, surely you turn around and go, okay, fair enough. My one little gripe before we start, if you're constantly negative and negative towards Jake, please stay away from the channel. No need constantly negative and not having it anymore. Thanks, DJ. Much appreciate that, mate. It's been a bit mental at the minute. I've been trying to sort out left, right, and centre certain things at the minute. It's been one of those ones where I've got better over the last couple of weeks of just not looking at the comments of much, but I like to respond to everyone the best I can. And it's difficult. It's difficult. The channel's growing and it's just rising and getting better. But it's been a weird week because it feels like there's been no news to a point, but there have been news all week. And it's just been a slow one. I think when we had the situation with the lack of keepers or him being injured, I think it just made everyone go, oh, here we go again. Now, all we've heard most of this week is more about players who could come in. So we had Hernandez, the Norwich City player. We've had it that with change behind the scenes with the under-18 management change. We've had Charles get injured. We've had talk about Henrik and the types of coaches he wants. We've had the appreciation for Neil Thompson and the interview they did, which I thought was really good with him. The only thing I don't get, if they say Stretch isn't a professional style, why was he allowed to be on the subs? So he's allowed to be on the subs. But because he's not had any professional games. So basically, to have the professional standard, Barry, you have to have played 5 games or more. And that doesn't count the FL Cup games. He's not played 5 games or more. And I think the thing is that we're at that point where we need to have some experience there. And I agree with what someone said, I think it was on Twitter, that maybe if you put Stretch in, or it might have been on the channel, you might ruin his confidence and stuff. So it's really good. I saw that Chase bloke constantly moaning and even calling you a clown at one point. I hadn't seen that one. He meant to call you one or DC, but it looked like he's talking to you. All right, fair enough. You find it, mate. Send it me. How good is Rob? Yep, putting sales of the shirt to us, which is really good. Nice gesture from them. It's a lovely gesture, and I think when it's originally got done, where they said they're not doing it, I think someone gone, look, we've been in this position. Their trust has gone. Why are you stopping this? This is what we should be for. We should be with the Sheffield Wednesday fans and the trust with this one because of what's going on. And that's the thing. They've been here. They've been there. They've done that. And they got the thing. And what I keep hearing from the people like Wrexham fans, Birmingham fans, Reading fans, keep going. Keep going. Trust us. It will get better. Even Morecambe fans have been saying this week, look, we got ours done. You can get yours done now and get rid of that owner. So it's good to see. I like it. Hopefully it pays off. As I said to you, at a normal club, I think Hover is a backup at a normal run club, personally. But I'm willing to give him a chance and see what happens. We can't be saying, oh, we don't want this, we don't want that. We don't have a choice. I think he'd back up at any other club. And it could see. I see Callum Doyle. Yep, good signing for Wrexham. That Wrexham got a ridiculous amount of players though. They need to start culling some players. To be fair, I think you're gonna get to the point if you have too many players, you might have got some that will want to play. But we'll see. We'll see. There's a lot of things that can change at their club and how they could. I don't think they're gonna be. Everyone put them up there to be promotion, going for promotion and stuff like that. I think Wrexham will be mid-table and then build on it again. Thing is though, how far is it going to get? It's already drastic, Bruce. It's already drastic. I don't think you can say how far is it going to go before it's drastic. It already is. It's been drastic since the summer. You cannot have a worse summer than we've had now. Like the saving grace, if this goes till November, say he's still in charge by November, he's in trouble then because the regulation comes into place. And the regulation will want to use us as an example. They will want us to use us as an example to go, this is how we're going to use the rules. So I think you've got to have the thing where you have to see it as a slight positive if it's still there by November because they can do things. They can actually force him to sell at market cap and go, you're out. So there is that happening. But I do still believe there's stuff going on behind the scenes to get the club sold just because he's quiet as anything. He's normally so quiet, so active. He's normally giving us update left, right and centre, even when it's been in the shit. He's been like that. Chelsea Club, that was a conference in 2023. Yep. Let's hope it turns into prime Brad Fiedel for us or even Everton Tim Howard. Aye. Don't care where they finish so long as we take 3 points home and away off them. Yep. I think some people were looking forward for Josh playing, but Josh has got an injury till the international break. I think that's what they said. So we won't be seeing Josh. Might see him in around it. He might be shown somewhere on the footage in the kind of like box or something. We might see that, but that's about it. But the thing is, the fact that it's more momentum, it's more eyes on Wednesday in the protest. Someone like Rob tweeting that put more pressure, and then people go, what's going on with Sheffield Wednesday? Give it a bit of Google. You find out everything that's going on with Wednesday. It's a good thing to try and push it even more. The whole, we need to be in the public eye and be in the media's eye. But we need to make sure we make it that it's in the right reason why we're there. So no doing anything stupid by fans, just keep doing what we're doing. Because the last thing we need is point deduction, which we can't pay. And I think right now, if we get everything right, how we're doing, we're getting more and more eyes on the protest and more eyes on how badly it is. I think it turns out better for us. I think it helps us. But right now, we've got a week till the transfer window shuts. And so far, we signed one player. Yeah, Barry. I can send it you, to be fair. Hang on, mate, Barry. Let me send it you, mate. Hang on. Let me find it for you, mate. I'll send it you on Twitter. I'm sure I tweeted it. I meant to. I did retweet it. And sent it you on Twitter, mate. Yeah, Rob did. Playing Wrexham may bring our situation attention to others. Exactly. You got that as well. Hey, Eddie, how you doing, mate? Hey, Sugar Journey, how you doing, mate? Apologies if I didn't say hello. But yeah, Wrexham owner doing more for us than our owner is. And that says everything. Like, that says everything with what's going on with Wednesday, that an opposition owner is doing more. I've seen that Simple Simon wants to buy us. I've seen that. It's just, yeah. But I still think there's stuff going on. I am working on something with Sai to do not an interview, but for him to give us a bit of an update with what's going on and how things are going behind the scenes and where we are and what he's been told. So I'm going to give him an email later tonight or tomorrow and see if we can get something up for Monday. Bank holiday. Get something up for Monday bank holiday for people to watch and stuff. Hey, up by 123. How you doing, mate? I hope you're well. I know you're well. Spoke to you earlier. But yeah, funny just popped on to smash a like for you. Thank you, mate. Much appreciated. A good first win versus Everton, mate. Fantastic first win. Good luck against Arsenal on Saturday, I want to say. Cheers for that, mate. Much appreciated. Can the FL grant us an emergency owner till January? No, but Russell, the football governance bill can force him to sell in November. Eddie, from what I've seen and what I've heard, he's not the greatest keeper, but he was in a promotion-winning team that Luton had. That got them to go up to the Prem. Then, so he got that experience there. He played a lot of games for Luton that season, so we'll see. I think you've got to see how it goes. Getting there, my house is on fire, but I'm still rocking. Oh, God. What a Kyle Burt now. Very nicely gone up in my estimate, only slightly, though. Yeah. I think you've got the situation where right now, any publicity we get from other clubs and everything else is better. And it's what we need. It's what we need. It's what we need to have happen. Oh, that person. Thank you. Yeah, I now know who you mean. They obviously don't get what it's on. I know who you mean. Yeah, I missed that one, to be fair. Yeah, it seems he's a bit of a clown, mate. It seems hot and cold. Glad to get an old keeper, even if he doesn't play when Charles. Yeah, it's backup, innit? It's backup. Barry said it earlier that he's a backup wherever he goes. He's third choice at Cardiff by the sounds of it. So getting him in is good for us. We need a keeper for this. Hopefully, Charles doesn't need surgery and it's just a case of resting it up and go from there. But if you have it that you have him come in and it's not surgery, it's that difficult thing. It's very, very difficult. You know what? I may even have a look at something in a minute. Hang on. So, let me check something in a minute. I'm just checking something. Give me a moment. Let's have a look. 18 hot call. Punk chat. Hey, Nat, how you doing? Hope you're well, mate. Hope you're doing well. But yeah, I think we're in the situation right now that we need to try and see what happened. Reminds me of Lewis Price came in as a backup and did okay. Yeah, Lewis Price. Yeah, very much so. God, you're going back some there. I even did a video on that. I remember that one. You just made me look that up, Barry. That was 2015. Backup for Westwood, and I have no beard. Jesus. But yeah, he's got to come in. We need a keeper. And the thing is, there's a lot of people going that Charles isn't injured. Oh, it's a ploy to sell him and kind of stuff. I get that people don't like DC and think everything at the minute is bad. But generally, you look at how he went down in that penalty shootout, and then when you look at the where you went down in Stoke, he definitely injured his shoulder. When will we know when we can play? Until Keane, yes. We won't know until we get the EFL get information. The EFL are waiting on information to see if we can afford stuff. FWFC batch. That's where we're stuck with. We're waiting on the EFL to get information, and then we'll know if we can do stuff. That's what's stopping us at the minute. That it by all accounts, we haven't had anything from the EFL saying they've had anything from him yet, or they'd have stuff, because this is the thing you've got. They're not going to say stuff if they are trying to sort it. I don't think his performance was bad against Stoke. I think he just got caught out a couple of times. But that we're in this kind of bad situation for us as a club that we don't know what's going on because the FL are not saying out. And we don't know what's going on because ownership and the communication out the club isn't happening. But at the same time, I do have the thing where you go, is there anything to talk about apart from it's still the same? So in that sense, if you're saying, oh, you want more communication from the club, what are they going to do? Nothing changed, carry on. We're still waiting to hear from X, Y, and Z. That's the thing. I've seen people trying to get at certain people, go at certain members of the club. And at the minute, we're stuck in that kind of wait and see to see what happens. And we've been waiting and see since May. And this is the problem. And people saying, why aren't we playing Stretch it? Because he's 18 and we're struggling at the moment if he conceives more goals. I think it's a mixture. He's 18 at the moment and it's trying to protect him. But it's also, we need to have a little bit of guidance there. I think guidance for a young player is important. I think that's quite smart by, I didn't say Danny then, Henrik to do that. I think it's quite smart for him to do that just to make sure the lad's okay, because you don't want to throw a lad in and then immediately ruin anything that you're trying to build. And I get the whole thing of going, oh, throw him in, it'll build character. But then if you go into each game and it's another load of goals, it's another thing, you're going to struggle with the lad confidence. So it makes sense. So it'll be interesting. Which shirt have you got on? This one is the Obsidian one we did. Also, I want the people. So, yeah, this is the Obsidian one we did. Really like it. Shush, Eddie. Shush. Have a look. Let's have a look. Yeah. Gosh. Let's not make those things. That's the last thing we need. I would, mate, but I don't want to damage my shirts. I collect shirts, so if it wasn't for the fact that I don't want to damage stuff, kind of thing. So yeah. Player kits. We're gonna buy one of them. Just give me a minute. Just give me a moment. Americans always been good at producing keepers too international to learn from. Yep, I agree. Not sure if it's been said, but it's in Charles. It's shoulder, yeah. He did it versus Bolton. Yeah, he did it versus Bolton. It's one of those ones where you can see when he did it. I'm the same, just trying not to wear them ones. To be fair, what I've got at the back is the children's one, but this is one of the ones I've wore recently. Actually, you know what? This is one that I can do it on because it's not it's subprinted, so I could do that actually. But yeah, entangled Tanga web brown keeper with no sponsorship on it. Puma one made nice. Yeah, I've got a lot of shit coming in a minute. I've got Stretford Paddock shirt coming that I've bought. I'm going to be getting hopefully the Royal Oak FC one on the 28th. I've got a mystery shirt coming as well. It's ridiculous. Are there any limits on the emergency loans? It was only goalkeeper. You can only do it with goalkeeper. Anywhere else, you can't do it, John. Sadly, it's only on the goalkeepers that it affects. So, Clapham, yep, 25 quid with the owl symbol. I think it's absolute quality. Just bought one myself just now. Literally, I just bought one. I'll put the link in if anyone else wants to buy it. Hang on, away kit. That's the shirt that Wrexham's owners done, kind of thing. Clapham referred to in solidarity, with owls, with the owl symbol. Yep. So there you go. So if you want to do that, remember all that go to the profit goes to get someone to print it out of the club on the front. True. Hi, Point Hope family. Well, not only one looking forward to yeah. Yeah, I can't wait for goal to happen again. They need to go back. They need to go back. Going to get the Schalke away shirt at some point. Nice. How about merging shown low? I wish. And yeah, but this is last year's shirt, Lou. This is last year's shirt that they're doing in solidarity with us, kind of thing. Did you get a chance to get? No, because they didn't put them back out again. Sadly. I wanted to. Because I'm pretty sure they didn't put him back out again to sale, sadly. Decent keeper. He's not bad. I'm in my lime green, fluffy, side up shirt. Nice. That link is just for the third shirt. The badge on it. Yeah, it's fine. It does say solidarity, mate. Just wait. It says solidarity. This is going to the Wednesday lot. So just to be clear, it says in solidarity. Don't worry about it. It's a great gesture. I think everyone get it. I think everyone into getting tops, especially cheap ones off eBay, seems to starting a quid and got real nice. All proceeds going to when to support trust. Going to season ticket holders. Going to season ticket holders. The 10k more gold shirts available. Profit from any gold shirt purchase between now and Monday will go to Sheffield Wednesday supporter trust. So, which is good. It's just their way of trying to help it, and I like it. I like the way they're doing it, and it helps a lot. And I think the gesture's nice. And I think a lot of people will do it. And I think it'll sell out quite quickly, to be fair. Somebody put a Macron shirt for 25 quid must have been a typo. All we need now is running on with Chance Theory outfit. Yep. But yeah, it's good. So that takes my shirt to 7. So yeah. Yeah. Lovely. Well, it's happened now. So as soon as I saw the link, I was like, yeah, I'm going to do that. So I highly recommend people go do that. Go buy one. All money goes to support a trust, so which is good. They make nothing. Everything goes to support a trust. So you sell out of that, 10k, 25 quid. Yeah. I'm struggling tonight. So hang on, we'll do 10k. And 25. $25,000. So not bad. Shut up, Bob. And that's okay. I haven't bought one yet. One of them don't get bought. You can't grumble with those kind of kits. Got all mine. Lots of. But if I did that, my missus would slap the shit out of me. Yeah, she would. To be fair, I've done well this month, so it's fine. Everything's good. It's a lovely idea. It's a lovely gesture. It just shows people are listening and trying to 50 people watching, 25 likes. Get those likes up, people. I much appreciate it. If you could get those likes up, it really does help. If you're new here, please subscribe to the channel. I much appreciate it. We keep fluctuating between 70 and something. So what is it? It's around 20 to 25 away from 5k because people keep unsubscribing and subscribing and do me head in. So please don't do that. do the streamers head in. But yeah, we're in that kind of thing where we need clarity and we need some progress from somewhere. And right now, every time we try to think we're getting somewhere, let's be brutally honest, we're not. It feels like we're just in quicksand. It does help though with their connections in terms of commercial and stuff. But if one of those things people keep going, won't they get done for FFP? Well, no, they won't get done for FFP because they got the commercial side of it. Commercially, they're really, really good. Right, Eddie, if you want the shirt, it's in the pinned comment. If you want to buy one of the shirts from Wrexham that go to it, exactly. Even if they ain't genuine kids, they ain't going to know half to have the shirts. Yep, true. The purple hair is coming. I just need to get a wedding out the way. Once I've got a wedding out the way, the hair is going purple. So don't worry about that. That is going to be happening. I just got a wedding to get out the way on the 12th, and then we're doing it. Lots of things to go get sorted first. Lots of things could happen. But yeah, that's where we're at the minute. Once the wedding out the way, we will get the purple done. I might try and do a time lapse of it and put it in one of the live streams or something. Also, interesting with Mark Goldbridge getting rights for Bundesliga games. Ian and Adam, how you doing, mate? Hope you well. I know what the doc's me, but if we would get a decent amount of screen time, then I'll be cool. Yeah. Is there any news regarding the August wages? Nope. Any wages, John? I believe the EFL are going to be sorting. I believe if DC can't do it, we've still got plenty of money in the pot that the EFL got for all the kind of for all the like the TV money. There's still plenty in there apparently. Wrexham country stream is insane. So yeah, exactly. I might buy one over the weekend. I'll be quick. I think they'll go quickly. But yeah, do so. Nah, do it for the way to be right. Yeah. I've been having pains in my right shoulder lately. Must be solidarity with Pierre Charles. I have pains in my shoulder conflict all the time. So yeah, same. I respect Wrexham from now on, seeing as they're supporting us. I think they get it. They understand it. They understand what's going on. They understand where we're at, and they're just trying to help out the best they can. And I think you have to respect that. You have to respect they are doing that to help out, and I like it. Yeah, Goldbridge and the overlap we never. It's good, isn't it? It's good to see that they're doing it something, especially as much as people won't like the whole it's Goldbridge. It is showing that it's starting to do something different, and they're looking at outside media to do it. If the EFL have the money to pay wages, how come we can't sign it? Because we haven't showed proof of funds. We can't do we can't sign players because the DC have not shown that we've got proof of funds to sustain the season. But the EFL have got money aside to pay wages so people don't go into difficulty, John. That's why they've done it. So it's basically that. And we could potentially, there is a part that we could potentially have it that we go into it again. But the reason we can't sign players is because we haven't shown our financial stability this season. That's the thing. I wonder if Goldbridge will be commentating over the games. He will be. If you go to that football, he will be. Imagine if you can get championship right. Yeah, can you imagine? It'd be good. But that's how it works. That's how it works, John. If they got it to one side, because they're not going to touch that money at all, because they know it's going to have to be used to paying wages again. They may have a month, maybe 2 months worth of wages there. They may have only had a month. Who knows? But that's how they did it. That's how they divvied it up last time. That's how wages got paid last time. The EFL stepped in to help. Now, the thing you've got to remember is, it's when you start getting into your September's and your October's wages, when he doesn't have anything that he can rely on. What happened then? Because gate receipts are going to be the lowest it's been, because people are doing it. The actual stuff on the shop is going to be the lowest it's ever been, because people are not buying. You look at beer and concession stuff, food and stuff like that. People are not buying that. You gotta remember that this is what they're doing as a fan base, or what we're doing as a fan base, I should say, is that we're wanting to make sure that it's kind of bleeding him dry, but it's also making sure he don't get any money or he can't take the money out. When they still allow loans? Nope. We're not allowed anything yet until we show stuff. Once we show stuff, we can have a loan as long as there isn't a loan fee. If there is a loan fee, we can't do the loan. So we can sign a free agent, but there can't be an agent fee. We can't do a transfer fee, and we can't do a loan fee. So say when we signed Charles in the summer, we had a loan fee to Southampton. We can't do that this time because we are banned from loan fees and transfer fees till the winter of 2027. So we are pretty much up shit creek without a paddle. That's where we're at. So anything we do, we are a little bit screwed up, basically. Like, if you go to currently there's no embargoes, and Sheffield Wednesday got until the end of the winter 2027 transfer window, and Hull got till the end of the 26th transfer window. Now, the other thing we got as well is we're still in the world of point deductions. We still will get a point deduction. We are still waiting to find out what they're doing, what the other charge is going to be on Wednesday, what the charge is going to be on DC. We are still waiting to hear from that. We haven't heard anything yet from it. Chansiri doing his best ready, steady, cook the books impression. Yep. So the only reason, as DJ said, the only reason we've been allowed to sign Holvitz is because he's an emergency loan keeper. That is where we're at the minute. And it sucks. It genuinely does suck because it just struggles. Everything makes it 10 times harder for us at the minute. So yeah. Wrexham have a stack of players who could be loaned for nothing. Hopefully. You kind of hope so. So yeah, that's where we're at. There's not a lot we can do, kind of thing. So we'll see what happens. I just can't wait for the season to finish. Oh no, I completely get that. I completely get that. It's weird that we're already looking at the season being done and wanting it to be done, because if we stay up, and it's a big if, because it's looking nigh impossible at the minute, let's be brutally honest. If we stayed up, it would be better than the last day of the season versus Sunderland. It would be better than that, but it's going to be difficult. It's going to be absolutely difficult. Wednesday matches for one Asian man cruise an entire city meant to be bigger than Bonnie Blue. Can Wrexham owners come on loan for the rest of the season, then on a wing? Yeah. Sorry to half on. No, mate, it makes sense. Don't be sorry, mate. It's difficult. So hopefully there's enough money for November. The money to get to November. The new football regulations. Is it right that they're going to have the power? Yep. They are going to have the power to be able to force through a sale at a fair price. Yeah, that is true. That is 100% true. They will have the power to do that. So, and I think that gets used in extreme circumstances. I would say Sheffield Wednesday right now is very much a extreme circumstance. Don't really want to tempt fate, but let's just say how does he warms up? Does he warm up properly? Yeah, let's hope. I think the thing is, what we've got to do is we're going to make sure that everything's right. Everything's set and ready to go. Because the last thing we need is problems, issues. I'm trying to whatever else. One way or another, we will be getting a point deduction. We know this. Now, are the EFL going to do it and make sure it's done now? Or are they going to do that annoying thing what they did to Wigan, where they waited until the end of the season to be done to give us the point deduction, to give them the point deduction, and then they got relegated? Or is it going to be a case of going, hey, we're not giving it you for this season, but we're going to give it you next season for last season's situation? It all depends. If we stay up, it will be class better than Danny Gray. Yes, 100% Adam. If we stayed up, it will be classed better than Danny Gray. Yeah. Also, do you think the dry hard pitch called Charles in? He did it at Bolton, mate. He originally did the shoulder injury at Bolton. When he did one of their penalty saves, he went down on his shoulder. And I think it won't have helped. I agree it won't have helped, but he did not do it at home versus Stoke. He did it versus Bolton away in the cup. And the other thing we've got coming up as well, we have the stupid thing that we have got, and this ain't fun at all for a Wednesday point of view. We have the thing where next week it's a 3-game week. So it's a 2-game week. So it's Leeds on Tuesday night, which I will be doing a watch along of. So join me for that. And then it's Swansea, and then we've got no games. I'm worried, we're not even going to finish season the longest days in Charles. We get point deduction coming. Who knows how many it will be. We'll finish the season, mate, because if we weren't going to be able to finish the season, they would have already done that. That would have already happened. Ian and Jay, what do you think the club is actually worth? It's been going down. I think it's single digits now, to be fair. I think I agree with Bob. I think it's single digits. 30 million will be a good one if you were going to get, but I think it's cheaper now. I think it's much cheaper. What assets have you got that are sellable? You don't own your training ground, you rent it. Your stadium falling apart. All your good sellable assets you got rid of already. I think it's getting to that point where it's quite low in what it's worth because of everything that's going on. Because whoever comes in, even if they say they get the stadium as well with the club, which is what you want to see happen, how much money you then got to put into the stadium, let alone before you put any money into the first team and stuff like that. And what money can you put into the first team if you're going to buy the club with restrictions? If you're going to come in the restrictions, you'll struggle. 20 million to 25 million. At best right now, 25 million. Far end, everyone's say single digits, in my opinion. I think anywhere between 30 and 20 million is about 20 and 30 million is about right. Ideally, but the problem is you're dealing with DC. He bought the club for 40 million. He'll go, I put 100 million in. I want this. Well, if I have a house and I bought it for 200k, but I let the roof fall in on itself, the upstairs has got a hole in it, the kitchen fall into bits, it got an old fuse board on it, the garden's overgrown. Your 200k house go to 50k or even get puts on auction to try and get it. That's the thing. Where is it?
You sell your house.
But yeah, it's that whole situation. The way you do it, like you look at how everything's done, it doesn't help it. It makes it 10 times harder for anyone to come in and try and get it. Just give me a minute. Something just clicked on my computer. What was that? What clicked on my computer? Oh, tired. I won't be going for much longer. But yeah, let's have a look. Value going down every day. What does he not get about business? True. So they'll be able to put a temporary management in, but yeah, until it. But with that time, he has to sell it. He won't be able to keep it and try and put it into the ground. He has to sell it, and he has to sell it for fair market value. There'll be none of this. Oh, I want it for this. I'm not selling. No, he has to. I figured it out. DC, that's going to raise Freddie to a quid. Thing is, we're all waiting for the tweet that goes Sheffield Wednesday sold. I'd like to know where he spent 90 or 100 million, so I don't believe anything he says. 10 years, mate. 10 years is owning a club. So I can see it if you add up wages and player transfers and stuff like that. It probably adds up to it. And whatever he's done behind the scenes. Like, you go look at the books. If you don't believe it, Nigel, the books are available. Go look. Go look at the books. The book will show you where everything's been spent. Every account since 2015 there. Everything is accounted for. Go have a look. That's the thing. I get what you're saying. You don't believe that he spent 90 to 100 million. And I get what people saying. People don't believe anything he says. And I agree. But at the same time, there'll be costs that you don't know if he's putting in costs such as I spent this much with the electric. I spent this much on the water. Is he putting it all together? Or are you counting it as what he put on the football inside? If you put it on the football side, it's probably not 100 to 90 million. But you're not probably thinking it from his point of view. Was it 37 million he bought for 2 years? There were expensive side to fair to him. Yeah, he bought for 37, rising to 40. Does he still have the option to put the club into administration if he told he has to go? He can, but I believe the regulation stops him from putting it into administration. And you've also got to remember, John, if he puts it into administration, he's still got to pay for administration. He still has to pay to be putting the club into administration. There was someone the other day who was saying that the EFL can put us into administration. We can't. 100 million on fair additional. So, yeah. 42 million for Tyler Dean. Crazy. It is. It's a mental amount of money. Martha, I'll raise you a curly whirly and a bounty. I don't like bounty. I raise you. Are we trying to sell the club for chocolate here? Because I know it's not Easter and stuff. Does Patso get away from Wednesday as a advisor? Good question, Nat. I don't know. Good question. I would assume so. Yes. But good question. 65 people watching, 39 likes. Get those likes up, please. Much appreciated. If we can get it up to close to 65, that'd be brilliant. Like, well, let's have a look. We can actually go into this. Transfer market. Go to competition. Championship. Sheffield Wednesday. Club. Let's have a look. Just joined. Blown away by the jet. It's good, isn't it, mate? Really good. Go to transfers. All transfers. If transfer mark will speed up. All right, let's go. Let's go from the year he turned up then, right? First season, he came in. Oh, look. 15 million, 10 million, 15 million. Right, hang on. 15 plus 10 plus another 15. That's 40 million there in transfers. 1.1, 1.1, 60k, 4.7, 4.7, 4.7 plus 60k plus 1.1. He's at 65 million in transfers. You can't ask for money back for the players he bought, though, the years. What? You can't ask for the money back for the players he bought through the years. They haven't. They could. My brain hurts tonight. Where has we said anything about asking for the money back from players? Where has anyone said that, Nigel? You can't ask for that money back. Yeah, if he was smart, he would have sold them. It's 65 million roughly in transfers he spent. So if you then take into cost of pitch, cost of whatever he's done at the training ground, it adds up. Then you've got to remember what our payroll is. It all adds up. It does add up, but I don't think it's 100 million, but I can see it. Oh, I'm done. I'm had enough. If we're going to play this game, I'm done. Bye, guys. I've had enough.